morning, everybody. Good morning, accidental entrepreneurs. Kellie-Ann here from her very festive office. I've decorated my office just for you, well, and for me. We're going to be looking at this for the next month and increasing our holiday spirit, right? So today's Monday. Happy Monday for all of my wonderful American friends. I hope you all had a fantastic holiday week. You know how to celebrate. You know how to drag on a holiday. I'll give you guys that. So happy Monday. I'm sure a lot of you were inundated with a lot of holiday offers and Black Friday offers and cyber this and that and, you know, all of it, all of the things. And some of you may or may not have bought a course and a coaching package and a new platform and some software and, again, hashtag all of the things you think you need to start or to grow a business that isn't exactly where you need it to be. I call it breathing life into an existing business. So that's the fodder for this morning's video. And really the reasoning behind, the reason I built the Accidental Entrepreneur signature online video-based course and live group coaching program was because a lot of you out there in looking at me through the screen think you need to do all the things, and typically there are 6 simple and powerful steps to starting a business, and most of you are starting at step 5 and completing step 5 and 6 and then wondering why your business isn't launched, why you have not found paying clients, why your message isn't resonating, and why people are just liking you and not actually needing you. Okay, because there is a framework to starting a business. I've built 2 businesses on the back of this framework. I've taught hundreds of women in the course and through one-on-one coaching. And I can tell you with absolute certainty that you must follow a pathway. And fortunately, based on my experiences DIYing my first business back in 2001, I have created that pathway for you and connected all the dots so that you are no longer jumping into step 5 and step 6 and creating step 7 and 8, when what you do is you need to follow a linear pathway. And that unique pathway is what I call the Accidental Entrepreneur. So what I'm here today to tell you is, I'm not going to get into all the steps of the business. You can download a presentation at the top of the feed or my signature business building blueprint, and you get a feel for what those steps are and what type of pathway I lay out. But what I'm going to talk about today are the 4 things you absolutely need to be doing before you launch. Okay, the 4 things you need to be doing before you launch, before you start to market your business and tell people that you are open for business. These are the 4 things you absolutely must do. So if you're going to watch this on the replay, write it down. I want you to comment replay. Let me know if you're here. Let me know if you're going to watch it a little bit later. Let me know if this makes sense. So 4 things you absolutely must do before launching. The number 1 thing is you need to get clear on your message. What is your message? What do you do? How do you help? Who do you help? What do you stand for? What do you stand for? What is your unique solution, your unique pathway? And once you get clear on that, you have to claim your mountaintop. You have to stake that mountain and say, this is me, this is what I stand for, this is where I'm coming at you from, this is what I believe, this is what I know to be true, and you have to declare yourself as an expert. Okay? So you need to get clear on your message and your unique point of view and be able to clarify and communicate what you do, how you help, who you help. Because without those fundamental pieces, what do you have? What do you think you have? Nothing. A big fat 0. Okay? So number 1, get clear on your message and your unique point of view. Okay? Number 2, you need to connect that message to a viable market. Okay? And when I say a viable market, typically what I mean by that is a niche market filled with people who have a problem that you can solve. And one step further, a niche market filled with people who have a problem that you can solve, who are actively looking for a solution. Because the worst thing you can do is come up with a product that solves a problem that nobody realizes is a problem. So therefore, they're not looking for a solution, which means you're not only going to have to make offers, you're going to have to educate them and sort of solve and agitate through your messaging that guess what, this is a problem and you better solve it. So you want to look for a group of people, okay, that's called the viability of the market. There's a market. This is a problem that exists in nature. People recognize they have a problem and they want a solution. That means they're actively Googling and searching, and when they come across your content and those 7 touch points, okay, which I get into in the program, you're not educating them. You're not educating them and trying to convince them or persuade them that guess what, you got a big problem. You're simply putting a solution in front of them, okay? So get clear on your message and your point of view. Connect that message to a viable market. And remember, I talk about market, sub-market, niche, and if you're lucky, micro niche. Then you get super, super laser pointed in your messaging, and it becomes a lot easier to connect with people and make a sale. Third step, you create a product and an offer. 2 different things. If you don't know what a product and an offer is and you're confusing the two, that could be a reason why your business is stalled or you're not making money on repeat, or you haven't progressed to the launch period because nobody's bought anything because you've confused what a product and offer is. 2 different things, okay? So you create a product and an offer, and typically some sort of signature offer, okay? And then you add irresistibility to that offer, which means you stack it with value. It's the difference between selling a cell phone and selling a cell phone that comes with a free case and a charger and 20 minutes of free airtime and unlimited tech support, right? That's the difference between a product and an offer. That product is your cell phone. The offer is all of the other, okay, add-ons and all the babels, as we say here in Quebec, okay, that make that offer irresistible and a no-brainer. So you want to create a product and you want to create an irresistible offer, and I say there are 5 factors of irresistibility, which I go through in the program, okay? And here's the thing, and this is what I see a lot of people doing incorrectly. You've spent a lot of time on a fancy pants website, and notice I've not said website anywhere here. And I've said website no place. That is the above the surface stuff. Remember the iceberg effect? That's the above the surface stuff. The lead magnet and the fancy website and the complicated sales funnel and your branding. That's all the fun stuff. That's all step 5 and 6. Okay? I'm talking about the fundamental work. And fundamentally, you need an offer that's irresistible. And those offers, it can't just be slight variations of an offer. And this is where I see people go wrong. They've got this website and they've got offer 1, 2, and 3. And offer 1, 2, and 3 are just slight variations of each other, typically based on time. It's a 3-month package, it's a 6-month package, it's a 12-month package, but it's all solving the same problem. So what do you think people are necessarily going to do? They're going to opt for the shortest package, the cheapest package, because all these packages are just variables of time, all solving the same problem. So what you want to do is create a signature offer, okay? Stack that offer with value, and then if you create various offers, each offer should solve a different problem, okay? I'm not going to go into that right now, but that's some fundamental work. So your clear message and point of view, connect that message to a viable market, create your signature offer. Each offer needs to solve a specific problem. Make sure that that problem exists in nature and it's not someone wanting to toilet train cats, okay? And then the first step is you need to do some market research, and that's the below the surface work that's not super sexy that people don't want to do. What they do is they get super attached to their idea and they get super attached to their product, okay, and they don't stop to validate if there's a need for it in the market. So what you need to do, okay, is you need to talk to people. You need to have conversations. And you need to ask people, okay, that typically people you're already connected to. It could be people within your realm of influence, people on your Christmas card list, your friends, your family, your personal Facebook list. It could be people in groups who you're going to identify in Facebook groups, okay? But you need to ask them, okay, survey them, ask them questions related to your offer. Ask them, okay, like, do you guys have any questions related to, if it was me, do you guys have any questions related to starting an online business? Like, don't ask them, how can I help you? It's too broad, okay? Like, do you have any questions? Like, what questions do you have related to ditching your 9-to-5 or starting an online business? Or what questions do you have about how you can, work-life balance or what have you? So what that's going to do, it's going to enable you to validate if there's a need in the market, if people are actively searching for a solution. But one step further, it's going to allow you to recognize the language that people use. And you're going to spit that language back to them. As an example, I have a lot of women I work with, or women who are in the course right now, who are some variation of a life coach. So I have people come in and they'll say, okay, let's communicate what you do. And they'll say, okay, I help people find their authentic life. Well, here's the trick. When you start talking to people, nobody is sitting on the couch with their glass of wine or their coffee, talking to their partner going, I really wish I could uncover my authentic life. Nobody talks like that, right? Nobody's saying, oh, I really wish I could, peel back the layers and discover my purpose and find. Nobody talks like that. What do people say? People are on their phone going, Jesus, if I see one more picture of this person on their fancy yacht or Turks and Caicos or jetting off, because people are, what they're really saying is, how the hell do I get this flexible life? How do I find this freedom in my life? How can I start a business that allows me to go on 10 vacations a year, right? So you need to talk to people to figure out what exactly they're questioning, what exactly is the problem that they have, what are the words that they're using, and then you take all that, okay, and you use that in your messaging. Okay, it's the same as when people come to me and I say, what do you do? And they're like, I help people find financial freedom. Well, financial freedom to someone who's 50 like me is much different than to financial freedom to someone who's 25 or someone who's 65. You need to get specific. You need to truly understand what their unspoken desires are, what are their problems. And then your offer needs to solve that problem. And your unique message and your point of view needs to speak directly to that problem and unspoken desire. So those are the 4 things you need to do before your lead magnet, before your website, before your sales funnel, before your fancy business cards, before you start putting yourself out there to guest blog, okay? You need to get clear on your message and point of view, connect that message to a viable market, create a product and signature offer, and market research and validate your idea. In the program, I have something called Yes or BS, and it's a validation system. It's a whole sequence of questions and market research that I ask you to go through, and it allows you to validate if your idea is going to be yes or BS, okay? And this is a reason why I created the Accidental Entrepreneur, because so many people were jumping into step 4, step 5, step 6, or creating steps that don't even need to be there, and creating work for themselves and doing all the work, but concentrating on that above the surface work. That's not going to move the needle right now. That's not going to move the needle. You need to be concentrating on the below the surface, and everything I just told you. That's the stuff you need to concentrate on before you say to the world, you know, I'm here, I'm open for business. Otherwise, you're going to say, I'm here and open for business. It will be crickets. You will not be making any money. So for those of you who want to start an online business, who want to create an offer, okay, the Accidental Entrepreneur is that framework. It connects the dots. It shows you exactly what you need to be doing. Okay, it speaks to everything I just spoke about in this video. How to clarify and communicate what you do, how to find a viable market, how to micro niche, how to create a product and a signature offer, what offers you need, and how to validate if your idea is even going to fly. That's the program. It connects all those dots, and it gives you a very, very high level of support with access to group coaching every single Friday. And for those women who are in the program right now, they're loving it. This is where it happens. Okay, so if you have any questions, right now this program is November 29th, 2021. It is currently 50% off. Okay, you can get into this program today for 50% off. I think it comes to like $167 a month. It's self-directed. You go as fast or as slow as you want. Okay, you can totally pound this out in 30 days, or you can take your time, depending on where you are in your life. It's low tech, it's low stress, it's a high touch, a high level of support. I want to get you into this program, okay? So right now it's 50%. If you're going to watch this video in the Facebook group, let me know where your head's at. If you have a business that needs some life breathed into it, because you've probably spent a whole lot of time on all above the surface stuff, it's not where you need it to be, or it's not filling your soul, it's not aligning with your true purpose, it's not what you need it to be, okay? We need to strip it back, and typically you're going to work the program, and you're going to breathe a significant amount of life into this thing, and it's going to, it's going to launch properly. It's going to launch with a framework. It's without following the basic steps, it's like building a boat not knowing if it can float, okay? For those of you who have an idea or no ideas, we get to that in the program, okay? Let me know where you are. Okay, I want to support you on this journey, to reach out, take my hand. Check out a post I just did on my personal page about a little Irish proverb that my grandmother would quote to me, all about recognizing that it only takes one person to fail, but I really believe it takes you know, a team. It takes support. It takes companionship. It takes a sisterhood to really, you know, raise us up together and to support us. And that's what the Accidental Entrepreneur is all about, okay? So let me know if you have any questions, and let's try to get you into the program so you can join in on the live group coaching on Friday. Bye, guys.